so ingrained in me, and it was like, yeah, you're oppressed, you're a victim, you can't change anything about your circumstances. It was just a narrative that I feel I stepped into. But what I wish I could say to my younger self, or to anyone who needs to hear this, is that you're not limited. You deserve to be here. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to do what you love, and you deserve to be seen. I hope that informed you in some way about what we're gonna do on this channel, which is basically uplift each other and form a loving community of like-minded women. Hello everyone, welcome to Dianastalkshow. On my YouTube channel, I aim to empower creative women on their journey while sharing my journey and the lessons I learn along the way. I want to make an introduction video so that you can get to know me a bit and understand why I make videos. So I want to preface by saying that I'm kind of restarting my channel. So I've been making YouTube videos since August 2022, so 2 years now. And over these past 2 years, I've made countless videos, and that has taught me a lot about myself and the type of videos that I want to make and the type of things that I can provide for my community. And I thought about how I want to make my videos more geared toward the community that I want to create online. And so I came up with a mission statement about empowering creative women so that I can make my focus more specific. So yeah, that's what I want to come on here and explain, like I want to make a proper introduction video so that you know a little bit more about me and the journey that I'm about to embark on. Before we get fully into the video, I do want to say that I'm recording this on my laptop. I'm on QuickTime Player right now recording this because I do have a camera, but I don't like it because it doesn't have a viewfinder that can help me put the video into focus. So I've recorded videos in the past using the camera that I have, which is a Canon camera that my uncle gave me actually. Like he wasn't using it anymore, and he was like, and I was like, can I use that to make my videos? And he was like, sure, I don't use it, have it. I really like the camera that I have for taking pictures, but for video, I record videos by myself, so I can't even check if the video is in focus. So many videos that I've recorded using the camera have come out blurry, and there's really no way that I can fix it on my own. So I decided to record on my laptop, and I use my phone for audio, so I can't record on my phone, just the whole thing. So I was like, let me record this on my laptop and at least get decent audio by speaking into my phone. I speak into my phone in like all my videos because I don't have a microphone yet. I do have a microphone. I have like 2 microphones. One of them I need to get batteries for, and then the other one, it's just complicated. Like I need to borrow my sister's iPad for it because the input, I don't have a device that can be good for the input of it. So yeah, that was a lot of rambling about my equipment or lack of equipment that I have to make videos. But we're making it work. So yeah, in this video, I wanted to hang out and chit chat and talk about like why I started making videos. Before we continue, I'm going to take a sip of my cold brew. It's homemade cold brew with oat milk, by the way. But yeah, so I recently graduated college with a degree in film and media. I have my Bachelor of Fine Arts. And I don't have a real job yet, but I'm on the job hunt, like I'm applying and stuff. But making videos has always been a fun outlet for me. By always, I do mean the last 2 years. I really got into self-improvement and spirituality and self-development when I was 18. So I'm 23 now. But when I was in my senior year of high school, like the last semester of high school, when I was about to be 18, I had my first spiritual awakening, or what people would describe as a spiritual awakening. And everything was going wrong in that period. Like, it just felt like everything was adding up. Like, everything that could possibly go wrong was going wrong in my life at that point, in all areas of my life. And I realized that I'd been living really bad up until that point. I had a really bad mindset. I had like my self-worth, my self-esteem was at an all-time low. I wasn't having a good sense of what I wanted in my life. Like, when it was about around the time of everyone was going to college, and I did go to college, but I remember my classmates and my friends were asking me, like, what do you want to do in your life, like career wise? And I really was at a pause. I thought to myself, I never even thought about my future because I was in a constant state of fight or flight. When I had a tumultuous teenage years where I feel like from when I was a preteen up until 18, 19 even, I was in a state of fight or flight. Like, I didn't really think about my future. I didn't really plan for my future. I didn't think ahead because I was just so in the moment trying to survive. And so by the time I was an adult, I realized that it was sort of an existential crisis type thing, which often prompts a spiritual awakening. So I began being spiritual because I actually saw a YouTube video. So I was at an all-time low. I didn't even watch self-development YouTube videos like that. Like, I didn't really consume that type of content. I never read a self-help book, But when I was 18, I saw a law of attraction YouTube video in my recommended, even though I hadn't watched videos like that. It was random, but I was so at an all-time low that I thought, wow, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose by watching this. Something's clearly not right. I'm clearly doing something wrong. So I need to listen to advice right now. Like, I won't lose nothing by clicking on this video. So I clicked on that video, and I learned about the law of attraction and just like about, I don't know, vibrations and all of that healing, like soul healing, stuff like that. Like, was my introduction to it from watching that one YouTube video. I don't remember exactly which video it was or the creator of that video, to be honest. But after that, I started wanting to research more into spirituality and self-improvement. So I picked up books. I suddenly started reading like every spirituality and self-help book that I could, because when I read it, it was things that I never heard before. Like, these books were saying that you're worthy as you are, and that God loves you as you are, and that you being alive, you're like, it was just saying like nice things, and I had never heard that. I had never even seen myself in that light. That was how bad it was for me. Like, I never thought nice things about myself, really. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, when I first read the Jen Sincero book, You Are a Badass, that was the first like spiritual self-help book that I ever read in my life. I was 18 and I was reading it, and it was like, oh yeah, like, you're so loved, you're so worthy, like, God loves you, things like that it was saying. And then I was like, what? Like, is this true? Like, that's how it was for me. I was like, this is true? Like, I started looking into it, and I started seeing myself in that way, or trying to see myself in a way that spoke of self-love, and that was foreign to me. It was foreign. It was weird. Like, I was like experimenting with self-love affirmations, and I was like, wait, so this whole time I was worthy, but I was the one that was holding myself back. So I started working through my limiting beliefs, and it's still never finished. Like, growing and learning and evolving is a part of life. It's never finished. And it's not like once I had my first spiritual awakening at 18 that I was perfect, that nothing bad happened, because I still had a lot of growing and maturing to do. Obviously, like I was just coming into adulthood. I was working through all my limiting beliefs that I had as a teenager. So even now, I'm still working through that. I still have my moments, but I'm in a much better state than I was when I was younger. Obviously, we all hopefully mature and evolve as we get older, and life gets a little better because you mature, the people around you mature, and yeah. But anyway, I feel like I wanted to start making content of some kind, whether it was videos or a podcast. I wanted to make content because I realized that I wanted to share this to someone who might hear it, who was in that place that I was when I was younger and when I really needed to hear this, because I feel like I really needed to hear this from someone like me, from someone who knew what it was, who knew what I had gone through, like I needed to hear it from someone who was like me and had come out on the other side, or who had succeeded somehow. Because when I did hear things, I think it didn't really register because it was not from people who looked like me, who had my upbringing, like low income, person of color, woman of color, like it wasn't a lot of when I was, I guess, growing up. Now it's way different, but I guess what I saw was like just people I didn't resonate with, people who I thought couldn't relate to me, or but that's why I was like, I'll make videos so that somebody who had a similar upbringing to me, who looks like me, who needs to hear this from someone like them, they could see like, oh wait, okay, it is possible for someone like me to thrive and to not be a victim, like I think I was so ingrained in my victimhood when I was growing up because it was kind of enforced by like my environment, and I went to a predominantly white high school and things like that. Like in that environment, the victimhood was so ingrained in me, and it was like, yeah, you're oppressed, you're a victim, you can't change anything about your circumstances, good luck with that, kid. Like you come from low income background, you are, it was like I learned how to be a victim, kind of like I learned from like my environment, like this is what is, you're limited, it's going to be harder for you because of who you are, your identity. It's going to be harder for you to get into a good college, it's going to be harder for you to afford things. Like I was like literally ingrained in me, like I was like told these things, but it was like or at least it was subliminally kind of implied, or like it was just a narrative that I feel I stepped into because of my identities, and I let that bog me down. I let that make me limited. But what I wish I could say to my younger self, or to anyone who needs to hear this, is that you're not limited. Like just because, who cares about like your perceived limitations? Like you can achieve anything. You're not limited. You have to be bold enough to go to places and interact with people and connect with places that are intimidating and that will force you to up level and grow. But it's possible for you. You're not limited by your upbringing. You're not limited by your surroundings. And for me, for example, to my younger self, I would say like just because you grew up with a low income upbringing, or you are a woman of color, that doesn't mean and like that you're limited in any way. Like, girl, go for your dreams. Who cares if it's hard or intimidating at first? Keep pushing, keep going, You are young. You have so much life in you. You have so much time in you. Like, who cares? Like, girl, like, go for your dreams. Work hard. Do what you're interested in. Do what lights you up. Who cares if that space is not historically or if it's not meant for people like you, or it was not made for people like you. Like you deserve to you deserve to be here. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to do what you love. and you deserve to be seen. Like, that's what I would tell my younger self. I'd be like, girl, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get different friends, you know what I mean? Like, or be friends with people who light you up. Be friends with people who uplift you. Uplift yourself. Like, can you say something nice about yourself? Stop, like, that's I would tell myself, like, I would literally, like, and that's why I wanted to make videos. So in 2020, when I was 19, I made a podcast on Spotify, and I deleted it. But I would make the podcast, and then I would delete it, and then I would re-upload it. So I would start over many times, but I would get self-conscious. So that's why I would delete it, because I was like, I think in hindsight, I was not ready back then to share myself, but I really wanted to, though. Like, I had that desire to share my stories and to share my new perspective and my new mindset and to help people and uplift people in some way. Like, I had that desire, but I would, like, listen back to the recordings, and I think I just didn't have a good strategy back then, in the sense that I didn't have a good organization or a good sense of what I wanted to convey. It was all super random. So it's kind of similar to this, like how I'm starting my YouTube channel a little bit over, because I feel like I have a better understanding of myself and what I want to say. But back then in 2020, like, I really didn't, but I made that podcast, and it got a lot of love from the people I know, at least. Like, it didn't, like, grow or anything, but the people that I know, like my friends and stuff, they loved what I had to say, which was really affirming and heartwarming to me. Like, I got positive feedback. I got people saying, like, thank you for sharing this. Like, it was great to hear, it was nice to hear this from you. And that was very affirming. But I deleted that podcast that I had on Spotify, and it was called Diana's Talk Show. So actually, the name Diana's Talk Show comes from my high school Finsta. So everyone had a fake Instagram in high school. Like, that's what you were cool if you had one, and you were cool if you followed other people's Finstas. And people would post, like, personal things, private things, gossip, whatever, on their Finsta that they wouldn't post on their main Instagram, like their real Instagram. And for some reason, I called my Finsta Diana's Talk Show. It was just, like, the name I had, because I envisioned myself having a talk show, like Oprah or something. I guess I was inspired by Oprah, to be honest, and how she would talk about, like, self-help and spirituality, but in a talk show format. So I was inspired by that. And on my Finsta, I would post just a bunch of stuff, like, sharing my opinion. I would literally just, like, write, so, like, the captions were so long. Like, I would write my opinion, or I would post the videos, or, like, and then actually in 2019, when I went to college, my friend in freshman year of college told me, you would be really good on YouTube, because I would post vlogs on my Snapchat story. Like, I would spam my Snapchat story. Even when I first got Snapchat, when I was like 14, I would spam my stories. I would post everything, or I would talk, or I would post updates of my day, and I would literally, like, interact with everyone. I would, like, when I was really young, like, I would just talk to everyone, and then, like, insecurity set in, and then I wouldn't, and then I got shy or whatever. But in 2019, when I started, like, posting vlogs on my Snapchat story again, I don't have Snapchat anymore. I long deleted that. Like, I deleted Snapchat a few years ago. But anyway, my friend was like, you'd be really good on YouTube. So then I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I didn't know how to edit. And this is a topic for another video, but I had a very fixed mindset still about myself. And I feel like I actually started having a growth mindset very recently, like 2 years ago. Probably when I started this YouTube channel 2 years ago was when I started having a growth mindset. And I would love to go into depth about fixed mindset versus growth mindset in a different video, and what I learned about it, and how I gained a growth mindset, and I'm still working toward the growth mindset. But I would love to go into depth with this. Basically, like, in summary, fixed mindset is like a limited mindset, like, oh, this is just how it is, I can't change, this is who I am, and that's it. But growth mindset is, no, I am a growing person. I can learn new things. I can adapt. I'm capable of learning and adapting to things. So that's in summary what fixed versus growth mindset is. But anyway, I think this video went on long enough actually. So I'm excited to talk with you in future videos, and I'm excited for all the ideas that I have, and excited for Diana's Talk Show 2.0. Basically, this feels like Diana's Talk Show revamped, better, back and better. We're back and we're better. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that informed you in some way about what we're gonna do on this channel, which is basically uplift each other and form a loving community of like-minded women. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video.